It's taxi vlog 145. It is the last day of February 2011. February 28th. Tube Granny's birthday. Y'all remember Tube Granny? Don't see anything posted much lately, but back in the day when I started on YouTube, almost 5 years ago, Tube Granny was the shit. What was I doing here? Oh yes, booking in. That should just about do it. And sorry about the crooked picture there. It would appear that one of my rubber bands is getting weak. So if I'm a little bit slanted now, you know why. Yeah, get the right angle. Hopefully you can see me. It's been less than a week since the last one of these. In the last week, a few things did happen. Immediately after I recorded the last one on that Wednesday morning, it started to snow. And it didn't really do much for business. Everyone was sleeping at home when the snow was happening. And then in the morning, the last hour of my shift between 5 and 6 o'clock, I got a couple of fares, a couple of calls, and I did them, but I couldn't get off the road soon enough because the morning traffic was coming on. And morning traffic in Victoria after the snow, it's just not good. People have really bad driving habits here. They like to get next to you, and instead of passing you, they stay right next to you. This is not a good idea when it's snowing. It's not a good idea anytime, but even worse when there might be some slippery surfaces you're driving on. So I went home happily and spent the whole day last Wednesday at home while it was snow outside, and I was quite happy to stay inside. Like, I don't mind the snow. It's just dealing with other people in it that is stressful for me, especially those who don't know what to do with it. So it snowed. You know, almost 24 hours after the snow stopped, I had an appointment downtown. I had to go to this appointment, and people were still driving on eggshells, even though the center of the lane, the road was fairly clear. It was just a little wet like it is now, and on the sides there was some snow, but they were still driving like on eggshells. They all thought they were going to die, so they were panicking. Pardon me while I... this is not good. I think the camera's going to fall soon. Let's get a red traffic light up ahead, and then I can maybe adjust this thing. It's green light. Still good. Still moving, still happening. Yeah. And so people were driving on eggshells, and it was such a joke, you know. I gave myself a lot of time. I gave myself extra time to get downtown, but I was still 10 minutes late. It didn't matter so much because they made me wait another 10 minutes before calling me in. What the appointment was about is none of your business. Well, it would be if I told you about it. But let me adjust this here. Put another rubber band on there and lose all my business cards. Yes. Okay, there we are. Much better. Let's go. So, yeah, I took care of that business and then got back home. Couldn't get home soon enough. And by the time I was back to work on Friday night, the whole panic was over. Even though there was a little bit of snow left on the ground, the roads were clear and everything was fine. Friday was quite an uneventful night. There wasn't that much going on. There was a couple of house parties, but it wasn't a big deal. And there was really not much. It was just a, you know, Friday night in February. Yippee, excitement. I managed to do reasonably well considering. Oh, I got the hiccups. Must be those turkey meatballs Cindy gave me with rice and peas. It was good. It was good. She came into my room and woke me up and said, "Guess what's for dinner?" And as soon as I took one sniff of what air was wafting in through the bedroom door, I knew immediately that it was meatballs. And I said, "Meatballs." She said, "How did you guess?" I said, "It smells just like them." I did digress, didn't I? Saturday night. Saturday night was really... I don't know what was getting into people. Was it a change in the barometric pressure? Or was it just several bees in several bonnets? I don't know. But people were just off the wall Saturday night. I think it was my third fare. Like, the first couple fares were really good. The third one, I got sent to a restaurant where some waiter put some guy into my cab who was looking kind of green and ill. And I said, "Look, buddy, if you're going to be sick, just let me know." He didn't really let me know, but I got the window open in time. He managed to puke up the whole side of the car and the door inside here. So after I dropped him off, while I was dropping him off, this was fun. He says, "I can't pay." Now I knew and I saw that he had a 20 crunched up in his hand. And I thought, oh shit, oh no, I hope he didn't drop that outside while he was puking. And when he was saying he can't pay, I saw on the floor the 20 crumpled up by his feet. So I just leaned over and grabbed it and I said, "That's good enough, thank you very much." The fare was something like $15. Of course, I had to go and get some cleaning supplies, which cost me $8 to clean the mess up. So I figured, okay, I'll do my good turn. I pay for it now. This sucky night better turn around. I even called Cindy on the phone and said, "Oh man, this is a bummer." It took me almost half an hour to clean that mess up. And the car was smelling like Mr. Clean the rest of the night. But, you know, my luck did turn. It got better. I was just from then on one right after another, and the customers were quite pleasant for the most part, but there was still some off-the-wall shit going on. I mean, I almost had 5 accidents that I had to avoid during the course of the night. 2 of them were just after the hockey game let out at the stadium. These guys in these big trucks, you know, these big F-350 type trucks with 4 doors and a full bed behind that, crew cab type machine with all kinds of bars and bumpers and, you know, aftermarket steps on the side. You know the kind of truck I'm talking about. Big gas-wasting piece of shit, you know. And people drive this in town where the streets are too small and narrow. And these fuckers would just pull out of the parking lot of the stadium without looking, without seeing that there's a taxi about to hit them. So I have to avoid this. And one of them, I actually tooted my horn, and he stopped when I tooted my horn, and then he started up again and blocked me even worse. Fuckers, you know, people, they... I don't know. Something was in people that night. But the payback happened after 3 in the morning, because usually after 3 in the morning, you know, there's not much going on, even on a Friday or Saturday these days. You sit there and wait and wait and wait and wait, and then maybe you get 1 fare an hour. Well, I was going non-stop that Sunday morning, one right after another, all the way till after 6 o'clock. So that made up for it and made the night quite good. Oh, you're turning, are you? Okay. Great, let's get off that street. According to where we are on the road, I think we're hitting the 10-minute mark. Doesn't matter, because I can post longer ones if I like. Yeah, the rest of the night went well. Last night, mostly uneventful. The Sunday night, It turned out okay because I had a couple of long ones at the end. One of them, some guy going to the Western Communities, his brother paid on a Visa $40 for a $30 fare, which was quite generous. And at the end, we were having some problems with our mobile data terminal, and the dispatcher calls me on my cell phone and asks me where I am, and I said, well, here I am, you know. And he says, okay, go get such and such address, it's due in a few minutes. So I went and got it. Guy went to the airport for $50-something, which was a nice way to end the night. Got back in. I think I maybe had one little fare after that, and then I went home. Well, that Sunday night was the kind of Sunday night we used to have before the economy went to shit. I don't know what to expect for tonight. I don't expect much. It's Monday night. I will catch up on videos a little more than I did last night, because last night I was a little busy working and getting... Oh yeah. When Cindy woke me up, she said there was a hater comment or a bad comment on email. I said, oh really? I wonder what that was about. It was based on a comment that I made on one of John Reagan #1's videos some 5 or 6 months ago. And the chick that he had been talking about finally saw the video and saw my comment that, yeah, she had a hateful video that she had put up, and she was defending herself to me, calling me an asshole, and telling me that she's unsubscribed from my channel, even though she was subscribed before. I didn't even know who the fuck she was. She obviously doesn't watch and has never commented. And so on it goes. They're trying to drag me into the YouTube drama that's 6 months old. You know what? I'm not answering that. I unsubscribe from people sometimes if they put up a video that doesn't do it for me, or if their channel was pissing me off to begin with. You know, some people you don't click with right away. I think I said that last week. I'm repeating myself. Hope yours is better than mine. Good night.